because I was not trying to look good.
Okay.
That was not my priority at all. Like I didn't care how I looked here. I wanted my hair white.
Okay, welcome to yet another episode of Kechhatapodcast. This is episode number 28. And Kechhatapodcast is a podcast where two friends in their late 20s come over and talk about anything and everything that they can. Might not be scientifically approved though.
Yeah.
Also, then again, as we've been saying lately, occasionally we're joined by a guest. And today we have a guest who is very, very colorful when it comes to his hair. So we have Praveen. Hey, Praveen.
Hey,
के
what's
छ
up?
त?
ठिक छ यार, के छ तिमीहरूको?
ठिक छ ब्रदर, ठिक छ, all good I guess, hopefully सबैजना. I think हाम्रो यो कुरा धेरै अगाडि नै गरिरहेको थियो जुन to do a podcast with Praveen, right? अनि we were just discussing हामी I guess के बारेमा कुरा गर्ने, के बारेमा कुरा गर्ने भनेर अनि ठ्याक्कै अनि Praveenको पोस्टहरु चाहिँ Insta स्टोरीजहरुमा थियो, like हुन्छ नि how he colored his hair and stuff like that, फोटो आइरहेको थियो अनि के थियो अनि like why not हुन्छ नि, why not, let's talk about hair. I mean, we have done that previously, and the first episode was all about hair, or especially my hair, मेरो कपाल झरेको and everything and stuff like that, and पातलो भएको and so त्यो थियो, but why not, let's take a full circle अहिले भन्ने हिसाबमा चाहिँ I think the topic of this podcast is I changed my color because and अनि हुन्छ नि how is the and stuff like that. So Ayush, तिम्रो छ के first प्रश्न, but before saying that, Praveen, how are you man, के छ?
ठिक छ. Yeah, I've been wanting to do this for a while. हामी कति कुराहरु गरेर हुन्थ्यो बीचमा हैन? अनि I remember the first episode where you talk about like hair and hair loss and how it's like viewed भनौं न अर्काको perceptionमा पनि. So yeah, my hair is colorful now and yeah, no, I'm fine with talking about whatever you want to talk about, हैन? So like I love talking.
All right, so Ayush, how do you start, man? के कुरा गर्नु त?
Yeah, man. So I love this thing called एउटा त्यो छ कि एउटा सानो इन्सिडेन्ट छ जसबाट चाहिँ मेरो एउटा perception of people towards me नै change. Technically workमा I'm kind of a serious guy, but when we went on a retreat one fine day I did a little too much funny things, and then what happened was तिम्रो एउटा रूपमा कति धेरै रङहरु छ है भन्नु भने मैले पनि भन्छु. So that became a tagline. मेरो एउटा रूपमा धेरै रङहरु छन्. So same as
because alcohol was involved in the bro.
Alcohol is, yeah man. I mean, you know, good stories don't start with hey, one fine night I was drinking water.
Milk.
Or milk, yes. But then again, till I deduce on like for Star Wars ko they have a meme. Anyways, let's go back to the topic. Yes, Praveen. So the numerous change of colors of your hair, I know, and everything. So my first question is, perception ma ke change cha मान्छेहरुको तिम्रो तर्फ यो कुरामा? Like sometimes it's red, sometimes it's gray. Right now it's kind of white and timro hair color. So do people's perception change towards you when you have a different hair color? Question mark.
Well, first mother, I think like let's start at the barber shop, right? किनभने like it's not really common कि अब जस्तै गठाहरुमा बस्छु म हैन, अनि it's not really common कि मान्छेहरु चाहिँ randomly आएर they ask their entire hair to be colored, right? Like म हजमका गए अनि त्यसपछि कपाल लाइक खास गरी एश ग्रे भनेको थियो. I looked at the pictures, I didn't like it and I went for like just complete white. And the guy like जसलाई मैले पैसा तिरेर हेयर कलर गराउन लागिरहेको छु, he was like really like you really want to do this? So I guess that's where the outside opinions हुन्छ नि first start. अनि then he was trying to suggest me कि माथि मात्र गर्नु या मात्र गर्नु, but I had already made up my mind. I wanted my entire hair to be white, right? So after that means like it's different. People are shocked. Like people who know me not so much maybe, like because they know I tend to do a bit out of the box, like a little crazier things, right? But even so, like even though people kind of believe like so if you ask someone so who among you two is more likely to change the hair, like Amul or you? Like completely change the hair color?
Change my hair, completely change my hair. But none of us. We're too mediocre, man. We're too mediocre for us to change our hairstyles or hair color, to be very honest.
But I
But
had once +2 हुँदा चाहिँ मैले गरेको थिएँ मैले in a sense कि अलिकति not in that extreme kind of त्यो शेडमा त भएन त्यो हुन्छ नि normal brownish त्यो पहिला पहिला
highlighted
बच्चाहरुमा त्यो के रे त्यो what त्यो छ नि त्यो लिक्विड हुन्छ नि लिक्विड
Hydrogen
हाइड्रोजन
peroxide.
या हाइड्रोजन टाइप हिसाबमा कलर चाहिँ गरेको थिएँ मैले +2 हुँदाखेरि when I had a good amount of hair back then so yeah.
So मेरो केसमा चाहिँ I think like हुन्छ नि like Pravinले hair color गर्यो भने God that sounds so narcissistic but Pravinले hair color गर्यो भन्यो भने I don't think people would actually get shocked, right? It's like yeah that like even you like हुन्छ नि we don't really know each other that well Amul and me but you could believe that I would color my hair.
Yeah.
Right. So त्यही पनि त्यो completely white देख्दाखेरि चाहिँ some people really liked it. People who were like themselves like into coloring hair and all that, I know. Friends ko kurama. Family ko kurama, my mom was like, म त केही पनि भन्दिनँ यो घरमा कसैलाई केही भन्दिनँ म.
Typical mom dialogue. अब त के भन्दिनँ म.
And my sister was like हुन्छ नि सबसे पहिला आएर मैले बहिनीलाई देखाएँ. My sister was like आफुलाई कस्तो लाग्यो?
So कस्तो लाग्यो आफुलाई सुरुमा हेर्दाखेरि on the mirror?
आफुलाई सुरुमा त it was fucking painful man. Like त्यो I didn't know it was such a long process. 3 घण्टा लागेको थियो हैन त्यो ब्लिच गरेर के गर्नलाई अनि like my entire hair was just burning क्या त्यो I don't know maybe cowboy वाला कलर गर्दा गर्दै त्यो ब्रसहरुले गर्दा हैन अनि but actual color I thought it was okay like because I was not trying to look good.
Okay.
That was not my priority at all. Like I didn't care how I looked. I wanted my hair white. I wanted my head to be white, and I accomplished that, and I liked it.
So I think you really made a good point, I guess. Good point. Interesting that you don't know the main purpose was not to look good. I know. I think that's a really quite interesting. First question there, I think like why the color white? I know. And second, it may sound personal. Okay, either it is like fuck it, I need a change. When something happened in your life that made you do this. I need something new in life. Is the particular?
Well, I have had the chance to retrospect this, like मैले किन गरे किन like हुन्छ नि त्यो थट्सहरु नै कताबाट आयो भनेर हैन. So I have been एकदमै अलिकति well I have एकदमै eccentric personality. So like I am very loud with my personality like not just because of the hair, just the way I talk and the ideas I have हुन्छ नि the conversations I get into, the arguments I get into, it's like अनि I guess like all of those combined like kind of somehow like हुन्छ नि leads me to do alikati like kind of reckless things, right? Like coloring my hair was reckless for me त्यति बेला अनि अर्को reason चाहिँ is like I always wanted to do it. I always wanted to do it, right? I wanted white. Like I wanted white. I wanted एकदमै different color. Like, I would probably never go green, like just because I don't like the color green. But I appreciate how different the green would look. Okay? So, but in my head, I was always like, if I lost a bet, I would do it, right? And that was like the excuse that was going on in my head for so long. Okay? Like I kind of wanted to lose a bet like that, where I would have to be forced to color my hair, right? I was looking for this kind of things for such a long time, and maybe the pandemic just gave me too much time to think. I need too much time to be in my own head, and like one day I was like, yeah, I need to change this. You know, I don't like how I see myself in the mirror right now.
Okay.
You know, and it's like I need this change. Like I said, like it was never about looking good or any of that, but I knew I needed it. Okay? I just went in, I asked for the prices and all, and this was 3 days later. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Was the whole process liberating in that sense? To you intrinsically, were you like, okay, this is done? I feel liberated, or I feel this that there's something new to my personality. There's something new on how I see myself.
Not exactly, man. Like it was not what I hoped for in terms of like how I felt. because I remember like 2 days later, 2 days after I colored my hair, I had a bad breakdown. Like like horrible breakdown, man. And it was not even because of the hair. Like it was just so many other things, right? And this was maybe like we don't need to talk about this as a, but like I just like so many of like things that I have been through and like the issues that I have in my head and stuff like that. But like so the hair was actually it was just there, yeah. The whiteness or like it wouldn't have mattered if it was black or white few time like few days after like coloring my hair, because I didn't feel it anything different. एउटै मात्र डिफरेन्स के हुन्छ भने कहिले काहीँ मैले बिर्सिन्थेँ क्या मैले कपाल कलर गरेको छ भनेर, ऐनामा हेर्ने बेलामा like I would just be अलिकति shocked के for like few seconds. I would just be like, yo, what's up? That was like the most different thing. But other than that, like in terms of how I felt and everything, I didn't feel any different. अनि पछि गएर चाहिँ हुन्छ नि, पछि गएर I guess it was about like last month तिर होला, I finally like हुन्छ नि, like I finally processed all of it, okay? And I started saying I wouldn't mind it at all if it was my natural hair color. If I was different than everyone else in the country or whatever, and this was my natural hair color, I would have been fine. Actually, I would fucking love it, okay? So like पछि चाहिँ yeah.
Saying bro, like maybe you एकदम internal question होला हैन, कतिको चाहिँ ठाउँमा just to like show that they are strong or they are you're kind of a shield. Personally, केही change ल्यायो भने some people get tattoo, and most people all people don't do it for them, and for their own self. They try to save themselves. एउटा wall create गरेर हुन्छ नि त, right? To change their own life. So what do you think of that, man? Like internally kind of यस्तो थियो that I want to save myself, I want to make a wall, हुन्छ नि त्यो खाली यस्तो केही थियो in mind regarding change.
Out there as I love change type of personality, you know. So that's just something like yeah, I like change, I like accepting change, like that's generally I think how I like how people see me just like so, right? That's how I see myself. But I also don't do a lot of things, okay? Right? So in my head I'm this person who accepts change and who can like like go on and adapt and all of that, but I don't really do new things, right? So कपाल त्यो कलर गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने बेलामा I like vaguely remember thinking हुन्छ नि, this is going to be mad difficult in terms of how I accept it, but I need to do it, right? Because I love doing difficult things, I just don't do them, yeah.
Okay.
So कपाल कलर गर्ने बेलामा it was never about shielding or anything like that. In fact, it was like, okay, I need to do this because I have been wanting to do this for so long, right? It's like finally going on a bungee jump type of thing. Yeah. For me, it was like that big of a deal. I guess like the immediate, like the result, I could say was like I had been meaning to start like a YouTube podcast thing, more like a YouTube journal, right? Because I haven't put any effort other than actually recording or posting matter. After I colored my hair, yeah, maybe a week after that. So maybe direct correlation, right? I can't say कि कपाल color गर्ने बित्तिकै चाहिँ the cause of like effect was that I did a podcast or something, but correlation चाहिँ definitely थियो also.
So maybe that's a sense of validation just भयो आफूलाई. So if I can do this, then I can take other step as well भन्ने हिसाबमा त्यो खाली थियो consciously.
Also यसमा के एड गर्न चाहन्छु भने म चाहिँ did that precedent enable you to take more confirmed or more informed ideas? Like ideas छ मेरो टोकमा, तर maybe without coloring my hair I was, you know,
holding myself back.
मैले आफूलाई रोकिराखेको थिएँ होला, feeling intrinsically. I'm not sure त्यो के कस्तो हो, intrinsically feel हुन्छ ल ठिकै छ अब कपाल कलर गर्ने अब चाहिँ I'll do this. Like हुन्छ नि कहिले काहीँ before exams you're like आज त नपढौँ तर भोलि आज सोध्छु भोलि उठेर साथमा पढ्न थाल्छु भने was it kind of that enabling feeling after you colored your hair? Is that how it went? Question mark again.
Well, there's a part of it, so like a part of me wants to agree to that, because like in the past like I started a podcast on to see I think I've crossed like episode 30 and stuff, because I have just been going at it like no days off type of okay, no slacking off any. I got myself a job, right? Like that happened last month. So before then, like so मैले last month job सुरु गर्ने बेलामा I had been like 11 months जति मैले कामै गरेन के. अनि I'm someone who started working at 19, right? So I'm not someone who can just like take a year off type by not doing anything type yeah, right? अनि so there are like हुन्छ नि things you could point out to say like कपाल कलर गरिसकेपछि भएको चिजहरू, but how I like to say is like it was a part of it, right? It was like when I started working out last year, like I had never worked out before then, and then I just kept doing it. A lot of things happened. I fell back and in a lot of other things in life. I picked up writing habits, and like the things that I was not doing, and this so kapal color गर्ने पनि something that I had been wanting to do. Like it was in my head, but uh, I just had to do it at that time. Just like I had to work out. I had to start my writing habits. I had to do my journaling or whatever it may be, right? So I guess it was a part of that. Yeah. अनि तर confidence wise चाहिँ I would say हुन्छ नि कपाल कलर गरेपछि that has definitely changed. Like अघि अमुलले ठ्याक्क point गरे जस्तै के it's like now that I have done this हुन्छ नि what the fuck am I afraid of, right?
Okay.
Like if I'm not afraid of someone seeing me like being a complete clown in a lot of ways, because that's people have told me that, like my friends, maybe while joking around or something, but if I'm not afraid of that, then I guess I can do anything. Like two thoughts is definitely आएको चाहिँ छ. Like I can't say I've acted on it 100%, but thoughts is
All right. So, pretty interesting, right? I'm like the thing. For example, मेरो कुरा विषयमा हैन, मेरो कपाल विषयमा पनि अब I'm in that stage अहिले कि I'm almost like fuck it भइसक्यो मलाई कपाल हुन्छ नि आफ्नो कपाल विषयमा almost full भएको छैन मलाई. I still want कि के भएर अझ मेरो कपाल बाख्रो भएर आओस् न, and still there 5%. And I think a lot, because this is something that you see in the mirror आफुलाई हेर्दाखेरि हुन्छ नि, because whatever you हुन्छ नि ड्रेस के लगाओस् त्यो के लगाओस् and everything जे पनि लगाए पनि एउटा केटाको I can speak in the behalf of केटीजहरु के भन्छ केटाको हिसाबमा चाहिँ त्यो if you don't see what you like हैन, if the face मा भयो भने अलिकति हुन्छ नि you feel insecure and stuff like that. Okay, so अहिले आएर चाहिँ I'm almost like done भइसक्यो मलाई खासै हुन्छ नि यो पेन्डेमिकमा I share my hair off at the time so मलाई खासै अहिले I'm very comfortable now like this, but yes there's a part of me के हुन्छ नि अलिकति अझै पहिला जस्तै हुन्छ नि यस्तरी हुन्छ नि हातले यस्तरी त्यो गर्न पाए हुन्थ्यो जस्तो गरे हुन्छ क्या. But anyways, like you said, once you accept this thing, like how you look like on Islam, then life becomes pretty easy. Okay? Decision making becomes quick. Once you accept that fact, but I think I don't know if
I just want to add something, like so I have एकदमै पातलो hair too, so I have एकदमै पातलो hair, and I remember thinking, this might be the last time I color my hair.
Yeah.
Right? Because like hair color गरेपछि like damage हुन्छ यता हुन्छ. Bro, trust me when I said this, like I probably read like 200 articles.
Like one time मैले PhD I was almost PhD गर्न थिएँ मैले regarding hair. When I was in some bachelor's पढ्दाखेरि यति हेरे what happened, cause के हो, reason के हो, what is the solution, like त्यो whole study नै गएको थियो. So yeah, so that is how that affects भने के हिसाबमा hair भनेको especially we can't talk in behalf of girls हैन, तर केटाहरुलाई पनि the कपाल does affect a lot.
Yeah, looks matters, man. Like you have to be happy with what you see in the mirror, right?
Exactly.
Like luckily for me, like everything went well with my hair, and this no damage or anything. And my hair is actually better now after I've colored it. Yeah, maybe because I've been like treating it well and like taking care of it better. But it's actually better now. Just the feeling say, I'm like.
Alright, man. I guess. So yeah. So, anyways, man. Aish, kaisa timro? Like, I guess let's end on an ending note.
Yeah, ending note. This was interesting, to be very honest, because the whole idea of एउटा हुन्छ नि, there are times when यो कुरा गर्दा चाहिँ अब के भयो भने what I figured out is there are few things that kind of give you a break जस्तो लाग्यो कि लाइक फर इक्जाम्पल प्रवीणकै कुरा गर्दा चाहिँ त्यसले कम्प्लिटली इनेबल गरेको होइन, तर हो यसले गरेर मलाई एउटा सर्टेन आइडिया चाहिँ आएको थियो अझै केही गर्नुलाई होइन. त्यो थिङ्समा यस्तो हुँदो रहेछ, मेन्टल ग्याप हो कि मेन्टल फग हो कि कहिले काहीँ भइरहेको हुन्छ नि हाम्रोमा पनि, हाम्रो माइन्डमा पनि. ओके फाइन, सो आई विल डु दिस आफ्टर डुइङ दिस, खालि एउटा फेज हुन्छ नि. आई थिङ्क दिस इज वाट यो रिफ्लेक्सन गर्दा चाहिँ यो आइडिया आयो मलाई चाहिँ, हाम्रो कुरा सुन्दा, हामी कुरा गर्दा गर्दा किनभने थिङ्स लाइक दिज एक्चुली म्याटर.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other things that we still need to delve into and understand on how things will go ahead with about almost anything and everything. अमुलको पनि कपाल राम्रो आएर छ अहिले हैन, which I'm really happy to see.
Comparatively, man,
comparatively while doing before like episode 1 बाट episode 28 सम्म गर्दा चाहिँ हुन्छ नि त्यो एउटा पुरा फेज देखेको छु हैन. So it seems nice to see everything kind of getting into place, but at the same time Praveenले भनेको जस्तै to challenge myself or to challenge ourselves, say we need to kind of challenge ourselves in some sort of. So that's it, man. I think that is what it is.
Sorry to take just want to enter on a writing note. I think you like fill in the blanks just to okay. The small blank just this is not the whole sentence itself. To answer a blank list, space fill out it'll be easier for you to come to the sentence when I asked you. Nice.
Like just to live with the change that you do, right? It's like wanting to do difficult shit in life. That's kind of been my mode lately. Like if it's difficult, then that's what I'll do the most. Like that's what like I'm likely to do the most. Because if it's easy, then it's not really worth it. Like it's not really worth my time, right? I've kind of like hardwired my brain into this instinctive, almost like a caveman type instinctive, just because of how I try to see things in life, right? None of that soft ass shit. Just like just going full blown like head first into everything that I do. Like the hair is like something, like an example of that.
Yeah.
So but there is also like you have to constantly remind yourself that it's okay. Just say recently I don't like let's say about last month here I was like completely okay with my hair, right? And I still wear cap every day, like bahira jadakeri say, because this thing is an attention magnet, bro. Like I am fine with having white hair, but the amount of looks I get is crazy. I mean, like I do enjoy attention, right? Like if I'm doing a podcast, then I want people to listen to me, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to go out for groceries and have everyone comment on my hair, have everyone like come talk to me, because I don't like talking to people in general. Like I like to spend a lot of time alone, right? I genuinely enjoy spending a lot of time alone. And like even though I'm social and all of that, I know. But the trick is like for me it's been like 15 minutes roast like it's just like one after the other.
Nice.
Just like just jokes upon jokes upon jokes. And for me it's like I was kind of agitated to like I think I've handled every other hair joke except for when that aunt wouldn't shut up for like 20 minutes. Then that's when I kind of reached the breaking point. And this was then I thought about it again. And it's like, it was just jokes, but like the reason I got offended was not the hair, right? Not because I was not okay with my hair, because I kind of thought that I still have like shit to deal with inside my head. Okay? But then I figured out I can't roast her back. I can't roast her back, and that's why I'm offended, because she keeps roasting me. It's not about my hair, right? What I did was still the right decision. What I did was still okay, right? I'm still the fucking king of my world, right? I'm the center of my universe. It's like just something that I've been trying to process and deal with on a deeper level. Say.
Yeah. Interesting, man. Good to know that. Kapal change पनि so many philosophy दिमागमा आउने. All right. Anyways, so यति भन्दैमा आजको लागि I guess Aish, thank you so much, Praveen.
Thanks for coming
with us,
for
sharing
hopping
your sharing your हुन्छ नि private के भन्छ एउटा mindset हुन्छ नि because यो आफ्नो कुरा हुन्छ यो हुन्छ नि you didn't have to explain to other people or to our listeners why did you change the color, so if why did you change the color of your hair, right? So to explain गर्नुको जरुरत छैन, but हुन्छ नि I think it was a good topic to talk on. A lot of कुराहरु निस्किन्छ बिस्तारै I guess. So thank you Praveen, man, thanks so much for giving us time. It's the lab and Aish, so with this we end, Aish.
Yeah man, we end. यसमा चाहिँ अर्को एउटा कुरा लास्ट कुरा के हुन्छ भने one of the major reasons why we started this podcast was about men and emotions and insecurities, to be very honest. So I think this यसले गर्दा चाहिँ now I think we are slowly going back to our roots again. That's something we should be very proud of.
Yeah, you should.
I know, pride, command देखाम न bro, command देखाम न आफ्नो काममा अलिकति कहिले काहीँ हैन. That's something that we should be proud of. And with this we end episode number 28. Episode को नाम चाहिँ हामीले हालेको छैनौं हैन, तर because it's a paradox already, you guys already know what the topic is about. Okay then.
So are you going to put my picture on thumbnail or something?
We just might.
Wait.
What are you doing?
All right. I took a screenshot. तर म हाल्दिन होला. अझै त अति हुन्छ. अति क्यारेक्टर हुन्छ.
So I thank you guys for having me. Like it's been fun. Like I mean, for me personally, I like to talk about these things because like I know there are people, like the reason I'm doing my own podcast and like which is at the What Post on YouTube, if anyone's listening.
Yeah, we'll put down on the description, brother.
Yeah. So the reason I like to talk about these things and I'm open about my insecurities is like bottling up not the solution, right? That's just something I've figured out. And like if someone is listening and someone wants to do these things, like not like a role model or anything, but I just want some people to know that there are people out there, who's going through like similar shit. So yeah, like this has been fun. I've enjoyed it. All the time gएको नि पत्तै भएन साच्चै भन्दाखेरि.
Time जानलाई recording के त बन्द हुनलाई Zoom. So anyways man, all right. I just some recording stop गरे त मैले.